to my friend Christine. Tell her to come on back.
Hi, Nora.
Christine!
Am I early?
No, look at you.
Please don't.
You look great.
I look old.
No, you look different is all. If you feel old, it's because, well, it's been 10 years.
Oh.
Oh my God, Christine!
Nora.
Don't look at this mess.
I love your place. Is that Terry?
That's when I was pregnant with Max.
He's the oldest.
Middle.
That's great. I brought you a little something.
That's so sweet.
They're individual little tea bags.
Standalone tea bags. I love these. Would you like some?
I would love some. I haven't gotten used to this cold weather. I have to get reacclimated to it.
You need some good boots.
Have you finished all your shopping?
I'm finally through. I went a little overboard though, but well, Terry got a promotion.
Really?
Division head manager at Bank One.
That's great. What department?
Mid-market lending.
Good for him.
Yeah, so, you know, use bonus and everything. My dad always said, use it while you got it. There's a reason why rich people are so happy.
You have a safety net.
It's more than a safety net. It's a big deal of cash.
Wow. Congratulations.
So you moved back from Atlanta?
I was with Arthur Anderson.
Oh.
We didn't have anything to do with Enron, but one bad apple, as they say.
Those things bounce back though.
I doubt it.
But these things go in cycles.
So, you have kids?
3, Skylar's 6, Max is 4, and Macy just turned 3. And you?
Still single, no kids.
Have you not found the right person, or?
I don't know. Too much work.
You always work so hard. We'd be like Thursday night drink specials, and you'd be like tax exam tomorrow.
I took that RA thing way too seriously.
Have you found a place?
I signed a 1-bedroom lease.
An apartment?
Yes.
You should buy something. Our friends are all buying single families closer to the lake. They're all in venture capital or cashing on some .com.
I heard Raj Patel made a fortune in some biotech startup.
Yeah, but that's what I want to do, buy a house. I'd want to start somewhere further east, ideally Gold Coast, but everything we can afford over there is in a high rise. I'd want something vintage, something with some history. There are still farmhouses around here.
I didn't know that.
This was all pasture back in the day. That's why you can still find places with double lots here. That's what I want, a real yard, so the kids can have a swing set and I can plant perennials. I love that word. When I was a kid, we worked all the time. Daddy and me saw real estate as an investment, so we never had a sense of home.
I lived in the same house 18 years and I never had a sense of home.
Family's so important for that.
Where would you move?
Oh, I don't know. I wish we had started further east, but when we first started looking, my dad was sick and Terry had a leave of absence. So we're lucky we didn't end up in Albany Park.
Where is it?
Exactly, where is that?
No, seriously, where is it?
All the way at the end of the brown.
Well, I'm glad everything worked out okay.
It almost didn't, except, well, it's a whole story.
I don't need to know if it's anything personal.
No, it's okay, I want to tell you. I always used to tell you everything, didn't I?
I was an RA. Everybody told me everything.
We had some bad luck is all. It was 6 years ago. I was pregnant with Skylar, and Terry was playing basketball with some of his buddies when he slipped and completely destroyed his knee.
God.
It was a freak thing. They had to do surgery on it, but it never completely healed right. They sent him to rehab, but it was a joke. They had him stand on one leg and throw a ball at a trampoline. So we went back to the orthopedic guy, and he gave Terry a prescription for Vicodin.
Isn't that addictive?
It's a narcotic. It's a highly addictive drug. But nobody told us that. And it decreases in efficacy. So the longer you take it, you end up taking more and more. And he got addicted, basically. It's a highly addictive drug.
Did you know?
I didn't want to know. We had placed an offer down on the condo, and it's new construction, so I wanted to pick out the colors and fixtures. So I never asked Terry what was wrong. I didn't want anything to be wrong.
It's easy to be in denial.
I'm afraid it's a trait I inherited from my dad. He isn't exactly the reality-based kind of guy. To cheer himself up, he'd go buy a horse.
Didn't your dad own a lamp factory?
lighting fixtures and lamps. It went out of business.
So, did Terry finally tell you about the pills?
He started missing work, going around to doctors for prescriptions. Then he started getting sick, vomiting and dizzy and passing out. Until one day, it was awful. He was changing Skylar and he dropped her.
Jesus.
She was okay, thank God, but I knew then. I think he was so ashamed. It had killed him that this stupid drug had gotten the better of him.
It wasn't his fault.
That's what I said immediately. It's an illness. But he was so embarrassed. He didn't want anybody to find out. So I found this place called Sierra Tucson in Arizona. They have this outstanding rehab program. It was $30,000. But Terry had worked so hard. And we had did all the counseling and everything, and he's been clean ever since.
I'm so glad.
Please don't tell him I told you.
I won't.
Nobody knows except for Dr. Pete, and now you.
I won't tell anybody.
I know you won't. You're so good. In college, you were so smart. You were the smartest friend I had. I knew you must have found something decent in me if you liked me.
I thought you were a riot.
Nobody at the bank knows. That's why Terry took the leave of absence. He told everyone we had to take care of my father. It actually worked out in a weird way, you know? My dad's being sick. It explained everything. And when Daddy died, he left us enough to cover everything. The rehab, the condo.
I'm so sorry, Nora.
We put on a good face, but it completely sucked. Everything about it completely sucked.
Well, you had Skylar.
I had Skylar. You're right. That didn't suck. Although, I wish we had gotten a picture with her. Most people do their first, but we couldn't afford it. I have to think if I know some single guys out there for you.
That's okay.
We have to get you married.
I don't want to get married.
But you want to have kids?
No.
Wow, see, you're always like